Hello everyone and welcome to another preview. This weekend's racing looks action-packed and we'll get straight on with how we went last week. I was pretty happy with it, 3 from 9, the highlight being Revolutionary Miss. Our level staking is tracking along nicely as well, 24% profit on turnover, about a 35% win strike rate of all the tips we have on the channel, which I'm proud of myself. Hopefully that can continue and we can be saying the same thing again next week. We'll get started with early cash, trying to find the winner from races 1 to 3 around the country. Last week we went to Morphettville, that was successful. This week we're going to Morphettville and I'm going to go for race 3, number 6, Regal Valor. Now this horse disappointed market expectation last start in a benchmark 66, drops back in grade from that performance, and I like my SPs, so that's why I really like this horse. 2 back, it ran second behind Manzala, who has since franked the form, so I'm happy with Regal Valor as our early cash for Saturday. It's now time for the plays of the day from Caulfield. Quite excited about it this week. 3 plays of the day, and it comes up in race 5, the first one. Number 7, Let's Roll the Dice. Now, I was with this horse last start at Caulfield where it won, so I'm already a fan of this horse, but I really like its chances on Saturday. I just reckon everyone's forgotten about it because I know it was a slowly run race, got to the front easily, and kicked away to win by a length and a half, but it had the light weight of 53 kilos and got all the race favours. It had the race fitness and all that, but I think that run would have topped it off because it was 6 weeks to 7 weeks between runs from its last start run to its run 2 back. So I think last start really topped it off, and then this start it can be running at its best again. Gets in on the minimum weight, which I like. Gate 8 isn't ideal, but I'm hoping he can come across and sit outside Keats, which is like the likely race leader. I think this horse, is over the odds. The market's missed it, and let's see how it goes. The next one comes up in race 6, going for number 4, Crosshaven, the winner of this race last year, the Kevin Heffernan, paying a nice price as well. Follows a similar setup to last year as well. First up last year, it was flashing home from the back over the 1200 in the Caulfield Village Stakes. Then second up was flat in the Linlithgow over 1400 metres. Disappointed market expectation. Came out and won the Kevin Heffernan. Third up, beating a good horse called Norwegian Bliss. So I think was undefeated up until then. This preparation, it was flying from the back in the Rising Fast on Derby Day behind Spacewalk. Then went second up into the Sarupa Clark. SP'd $11 and disappointed market expectation. Now comes into this race third up, draws well for a run, probably on the outside of horses. Gate 7, Dan Stackhouse. I think it's over the odds and I think it can win this year's edition. The last play of the day comes up in race number 7. I'm going with the second favourite in Mowdown for the Sandown Guineas, Group 2 level 1600. I really like this horse as a horse, but it will need some favours on Saturday. This horse draws 3, which I don't think is terrible because can be closer than what it normally is, but it has a habit of missing the start, and if it misses the start on Saturday, it could be back and buried, which isn't ideal. But if it jumps maybe a length off them, Craig Williams will want to muster it up, and it could get to midfield or so on the inside. We'll need some luck in the straight, but this horse ran second behind Schwartz last start on Stakes Day. Really good run from the back. Before that was an impressive maiden winner at Sale. So I really like this horse as a horse, and I think up to the 1600 metres on Saturday, fourth up Peking, can run really well. We'll now move on to Drum Kit.
It's going to be an absolute boil-over.
Trying to find the horses $10 or above that represent value to be backed each way for this week. So hopefully one of these can get up for a place, but we'll start in race 1 at Caulfield, the 2-year-olds. Number 7, Handcrafted. Now, this horse is about 50 to 1 at the moment, way over the odds. When you look at the trainer and jockey of this horse and not look at the prices at all, Mar Eustace, Craig Williams, you think if that horse isn't starting single figures, the market's completely wrong. Well, this horse is 50 to 1. Another thing about it, it ran first up in the Inglis Banner, won by Bold Bastille. Now, if anyone remembers that race, the leader led and won. The on-speed horses settled on speed and ran second, third and fourth and whatnot. No change in the race whatsoever. This horse was stuck out the back from the wide gate and never got into the race, passing a few horses late. SP $19 on that occasion, which is pretty good for that race. Started about mid-pack. has had the blinkers applied since then, has had a jump head in between runs where it's moved really stylishly in them. Draws gate 1, so if it jumps on terms, can get to midfield. I will say it was a little bit slow away in the English banner, but if it jumps on terms and gets to a good spot, this horse is way over the odds in a race where we don't know a lot about the 2-year-olds. My other play of the day from Caulfield comes up in race 3 with number 9 Long Arm. Now, I like this horse based off a jockey and SP statistic, so I really like Geordie Childs going on this horse because I just love Geordie Childs. Draws gate 7, will get to about midfield or so and can run on stylishly. Also, the SP stats, so 3 starts ago it started $9 against a horse called Pesto in a race at Caulfield. Pesto started $8 on that occasion. Long Arm carried a kilo more than Pesto. Now, Long Arm carries 3 kilos less than Pesto. Long Arm's $23. Pesto, I actually don't know what Pesto is. It's about $5. Let me check. Pesto is $6 at the moment, so I just think, because I love my SPs, I just think Long Arm is over the odds based off that fact. We're going interstate for the last 2 drum kits, and we're going to do the next one. Morphettville, race 7, number 3, Broadway Lane. Now, this horse, last start it ran second at Balaclava in a benchmark 58. Now comes up to a benchmark 64, so you think, it's probably going to be a bit outclassed. But it drew wide last start, and this start, it draws ideally gate 3 for an economical run. Also drops back from the 1200 to the 1000 metres where it's won 2 times at 1000 metres before. Taylor Childs claims the 3 kilos. I think this horse is over the odds. The last drum kit horse comes up in race 7 at Rosehill, number 7, Fearson. Now this horse had to do some early work last start in a benchmark 94 at Newcastle and only finished 2 lengths off the eventual winner, so it was a good run. 2 back, was good in the Goulburn Cup. I just think this horse on Saturday draws gate 5 for an economical run behind the speed. Tom Sherry on 54 kilos on the minimum, has only missed the top 3 twice out of 14 starts. I reckon it can run a bold race. We'll now move on to the quaddie, and I am spewing after last week. So I'll tell you the story. Basically, I hadn't looked at race 8 in detail and thought, I'll just go the 2 speedsters, Jigsaw and Midwest. Jigsaw came out and I was on Midwest 1 out. Now, my actual on top tip in the race was Taunting. I put that on Twitter and YouTube community, and Taunting won. And so did about 2 double figures horses and the favourite in the last. So if I had have thrown my selection into the Apache Cat Classic, for the 100 on, we would have got about $4,005 back, which would have paid for the next 40 quaddies. So I'm not too happy about that, but we bounced back this week. We'll start in race 7, the Sandown Guineas. Number 1, Arkansas Kid. Number 3, Modown. Number 8, Vivier. And number 12, Tecumwa. Then race 8, the Zipping Classic. Number 1, Vow and Declare. Number 5, Banker's Choice. Number 6, Serpentine. Number 7, Duke de Sessa. Number 9, Shock 'em Over. And number 10, Mirror Massa. And then in race 9, the Summon Stakes. Number 1, Revolutionary Miss. Number 3, Thalassophile. Number 5, Wollumbi. And number 8, Forbidden City. And then to bring it home in the Dupton Stakes, number 2, Jigsaw, last year's winner. Number 5, Gravina. Number 7, Cardigan Queen. Number 8, Gennati. Number 11, Semyon, and number 14, Our Redonte. So gone a bit wider this week, but hopefully we can get it. We'll now move on to Around the Country. The name speaks for itself, trying to find winners from around the country. And this week we're going to start at Morphettville, race 5, number 4, Hope at Hand. Now, I like this horse. It's $5 at the moment, I think. Draws gate 4 for Jason Holder, so we'll get a very nice run. Was decent last start behind Starlight Valley. That horse has since come out and won again, which I like. Before that was good from the back behind Sharippa. I just think it experienced a little bit of second up syndrome last start. Third up now is ready to go and can win. 1 from Doomben, race 6, number 9, Ocean Treaty. Now, I just want to take you back to this horse's form last preparation in June. 4 back, it finished 2 lengths off a handy horse called Foxy Frida, and then 3 back, which was its next start. It beat a horse called Fine Point, who goes around in a Group 3 at Rosehill on Saturday. This race is not a Group 3. Maps ideally Ocean Treaty on Saturday, drawing gate 5. Ben Thompson takes the ride, 56 kilos. I think it's hard to beat. At Rosehill, I like race 8, number 1, Malkovich. Now, it's only 1 from 7 first up, but last time it was first up in New South Wales over 1100 metres. I'm pretty sure it won. Rachel King, gate 7, goes forward, probably to the lead, has the class advantage, is a very good horse, and hopefully is too speedy for them. The last one comes up at Ascot, race 8, number 7, Duchess of Gossip. This horse looks to go really, really well. Is 5 from 9 in its career. Willie Pike takes the ride. Was good first up over 1200 metres, storming home from the back. Now steps up to 1400 metres, draws for an economical run from gate 2, and looks really hard to beat. It's now time for the Get Out Stakes, trying to find the winner in a race, the last race around the country, and I'm going to Morphettville, race 10, number 9, Clable. Now, this horse might find the 1,000 metres too short first up, but what it does possess is class. 4 back, it only finished 2.5 lengths off a horse called She Dances, who goes really well. Draws 7 for a good run with Jake Turok in the saddle. I reckon you can get out with that horse. It's now time for Last Man Standing. 2 weeks to go. The last week of Last Man Standing is going to be on Ballarat Cup Day. And as of yet, I do not have a message from Sammy. So he's going to be copping a $100 penalty this week, which puts a bit of a spanner into the works, doesn't it? Everyone's in the green except me. I wasn't too good last week. But we move on with what we're doing this week. Sky High Horse Racing is having a $1,500 win multi. I don't know how to pronounce that horse's name in the first for Godolphin, but that's into Miraval Rose, just a $1,500 win multi. Then what's Geordie doing? He's having a $7,000 spend. $4,000 on Ain't No Deal Done the win, and $3,000 on Malkovich the win. And what I'm doing, well, I'm going back to my old tactic of the place multi. Just a place multi for $1,000 on all of my 3 plays of the day. So let's roll the dice, Crosshaven and Mow Down. And just in case Handcrafted wins, $100 each way will get me in front at the moment. So that's what we're doing for Last Man Standing this week. It's now time for Sunday session, trying to find a winner from the Sunday meeting in Victoria, and it's Jericho Cup Day at Warrnambool this Sunday, and I'm going for race 4, number 11, Musgrave. Now this horse, 2 back, ran in the VRC St Ledger when it started single figures, ran first up at Ararat over 1,600 metres, was good from the back, second up to 2,000 metres. Ma Eustace, John Allen dominate the country tracks, and I reckon they can here with this horse, and that's our Sunday session. So this is what all the tips from the weekend looks like. I hope I've tipped you into a winner. I hope you back a winner yourself. And until next week, bye for now.